It's Uncle Drew talking to you. It's the freaky freelancer letting his freak flag fly. Well, wow. What a strange week it has been. What a strange few days, couple of weeks. Uh, Deep crises when you're talking about communications. I, as a writer and a communicator, have been pondering the value in a type of crisis communication. Um, Specifically reaching out to your clients and customers and letting them know that every little thing's going to be all right. Of course, we don't know in the midst of the spread of the coronavirus and all kinds of school shutdowns, country shutdowns. It's a very weird time. But one thing that I have noticed from various businesses whose newsletters I'm subscribed to is that many businesses of various sizes are sending out all kinds of messages, sometimes from the CEO to reassure their customers. And so I thought about it for a bit and I thought about, what would be the four most important elements of such a message if you wanted to reassure your customers? Okay, so the first one, which I'm a big fan of because I feel like I'm kind of an emotional communicator, is empathy. I think is really important to show in any message that you would send out to your clients at this time. Show some empathy. Show that you care for them and that you're, happy that they're a customer, and that you want to, in your actions and in their interactions with your business, want to show that you care about them, and that in this example, for example, in this instance, for example, that their safety is first, if it's anything that has to do with somewhere they'd go or something that they do. Okay, so show some empathy. Number two, tell your customers and clients what you're doing, what kinds of measures you have to make sure, like I said, in this case, that they are not, or you really want to make sure, you can't guarantee it, but you're doing things to make sure that they're not going to come into contact with the virus. So if you had a shop, you might say, we have the guys with super duper equipment coming in to make sure that all the shelves are absolutely virus free. We use the special equipment to do this, blah, blah, blah. So tell the customers what you're doing to quell their fears and to make sure that things are absolutely safe regarding your business. Number three, you might want to tell them about any efforts that you're making to retain their business. So if they have purchased something that they're going to use in the future, for example, maybe you could tell them that you'd give them the opportunity to reschedule the use of that product or service for a later time when things go back, quote unquote, to go back to normal. It's probably going to cost you some money, but I would imagine that the gesture would do a lot in not only reassuring that customer, but in retaining their business for the future. And the final tip, number four, let them know that you'll be around and to serve them or to deliver your product when things return to normal. Okay? So the first one was show some empathy. The second one was tell the customers what you're doing to make things better. Number three, tout your efforts to retain their business. And finally, let them know that you'll be around and you really want their business when things return to normal. As a guy who's done a lot of public relations, press releases and things like that, and recently dabbled into a little bit of crisis communication, just a tiny bit, a couple of instances. In this instance, what I would suggest, and maybe I could even help you, I could do an interview with a member of your top management, which would also make this sort of messaging really personal. So, feel free to reach out to me. My contact details will be in the spiel below this video. That is Uncle Drew talking to you, thinking about what to do in crazy times of crisis like this whole pandemic with the coronavirus. And also, I'd just like to say, everybody do their best. Stay inside, stay away from large gatherings, and be safe and stay healthy. That was Uncle Drew talking to you, letting his freelancer freak flag fly. Goodbye.